Hey Russell fam, in today's video we're going to talk about quitting spelling power. Be back in just a second. Hi, my name is Becky and welcome to our Russell's Loving Life YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, please consider subscribing and clicking that little bell notification down at the bottom. That just lets you know every time I upload a new video, and it lets me know if y'all are liking this content that I am putting out for you. On this channel, we do homeschooling and homemaking and everything in between. We also have a blog, which is russellslovinglife.com. There, I give you tips and tricks and things that I have learned through my years of homeschooling. And if you are a returning Russell fam, we are so glad you are back. In today's video, I am going to explain to you why I stopped using spelling power. It's supposed to be super easy, super simple. The kids are supposed to get it, and it's supposed to be a wonderful thing, 15 minutes a day, and you're done. Well, it wasn't like that for us. Now, I'm not saying spelling power doesn't work well for everyone. It just doesn't work for us. So I just wanted to show you and tell you why we quit spelling power, what we switched to, and then what we switched to after that. So I'm going to turn the camera around and I'm going to show you why spelling power did not work for us. All right, here is Spelling Power. This is what it looks like. This is the 4th edition of Spelling Power. And for the curriculum, you need this book. You need the student record book. And you need the activity task cards. So you need all of this just for spelling, which is supposed to only be 15 minutes a day, which was really complicated for me to understand. Then it got complicated for me to try to explain, and it just was not working. So let me walk you through what we were supposed to do. Okay, so what you're supposed to do when you first start is you are supposed to take a placement test, and it tells you which level you're supposed to be on. So let me find the placement test. Got away from me. I lost my page. But anyway, okay, you take a placement test, you read out these words, and if your kid gets a certain amount of number of those words, there's one of my places, a certain amount of the words right, it tells you which level you need to start on. So it's not grade-based, it's just level-based. So on here, I'm just going to show you, we'll go with level D, group 1 right here. So it tells you right here that this is the rule you're usually using. Usually A is spelled A as in cat. So it tells you the little R next to it means the rule, like that. So there's that rule, and here's the words. So this is the words you're supposed to be working on for that week. So you take the words, and then you go over to your student workbook, and then you do a daily test. And they have to write the rule right here so they know what it is. And then here are the test words. You call them out, and you see which ones that they know and the ones they don't. And so you don't focus on the words that they do know, you focus on the words they don't. So then they have to rewrite the words over here so they can start working on them. And then you flip it over, and there is a 10-step process that they are supposed to do to learn the words, which is supposed to be great for a repetitive learner like Bailey. Bailey has to have repetition to learn, but this did not work for him. It was, I don't know, it just didn't work. That's all I can say. So you would write the date, the level, and the group, which here is the level and the group that we were using. So it'd be level D, group 1. And then the words they missed, you would write them over here. Then they would have to say the word. And if they could say the word, you check it. Then they'd look at the word and you check it. Then they say the word again and you check it. Then they have to close their eyes and spell the word. And if they can do that, you check it. If they can't, you have to start all the way over. and you keep going through. Okay, so they close their eyes, say they spelled it right, you checked it. All right, we checked to make sure they spelled it right. You put a check mark there. Then they have to trace and spell. And they recommend that you get a piece of sandpaper. Oh, mine went blank, sorry. A piece of sandpaper so they can feel when they're writing out the words. So we had the sandpaper so they could trace, so Bailey could trace and spell, and then check it. And then they write the word. And if you check it and they got it right, then you were good. If they got it wrong, then you'd have to start this whole process over again. And that's for every word that they missed on the daily test. So to me, it was longer than 15 minutes. It got really frustrating. Then they have to come down here and then they have to write sentences with the words that they've missed. And it was just too much for Bailey. Now, it may work for older grades, but we were using this for 2nd grade and 3rd grade, and I had to quit. It just was not working for us. So here is the activity task cards. They're color-coded. So let me show you. We didn't even use these. I bought them and we didn't use them. You've got different colors for, let's see, you have drill activities, skills, writing, dictionary. Homonyms and more. So let's see, let me put the camera down and let me show you some examples. Tape record, use the spelling words for your children. Paint your words. Yarn words. And these would be great, but they just, here they show you how to do it, but it didn't fit us. And so that was on drill activities, on how to drill in your spelling words. Skill builder. Mark a vowel. Well, we're doing that in our curriculum already, so that's kind of a repetitive thing to do. And let's see, writing. Write a story using your spelling words. Well, we're already writing stories using something else, so there again, that's kind of repetitive. I know it would be good with the spelling words, but it just didn't work for us. All right, I keep finding the pink ones, so let's see. Let's skip to some of the blue ones are under. This one's draw your words. Look at the words. So those were under skill builders. No, I'm sorry, that was under drill activities. Sorry, I had a child walk in and get distracted. All right, and they're numbered to help you keep them in order. Find the patterns. Look in old newspapers. And so like this is supposed to be a 15-minute activity a day, and it was just way too much for us. So like I said, I bought the cards thinking it would help, and I looked at them and we never even used them. What we switched to was a free curriculum, and I'm going to show you Becca's that I'm using with her just to kind of show you. It's the same format that I used for Bailey, but this is 1st grade. And it's a free curriculum from K-12 Reader. Let's see, go to one she had written in. So let's go to, oh, sorry, trying to find. All right, let's go to week 14. Here we go. And you can go to k12reader.com right here, and they go all the way through 5th grade. So I use this with Bailey from 2nd grade to 5th grade, and they don't go any higher than that. So I'll show you what I switched to after this. But basically what they do is on day 1, and depending on their grade level, they get more words. Bailey had 20 words last year. But for first grade, you write your words 3 times each. We all did that when we were kids, or I did when I was in school. I'd write them 3 times each, 5 times each, and I'd have to spell them every day to my parents. So that's what we do on day 1. Day 2, you have to circle the correct word. So I'll tell her the word, I'll say rug, and she would have to circle which one was correct on here. And we do that all the way down. And there's the teacher's answers. Okay, and then day 3 is fill in the blank. So she reads the sentence, and when I say she, I'm talking about Becca, because this is what Becca's using this year. And she fills in the blank with the words here. And we go over the words every day. I call them out, and she has to spell them to me. And here's the answers for the fill in the blank. And then here is the missing letters. So you do the missing letters. Here's the answers. And then you take a spelling test. And then you go to the next week. So that was what worked best for Bailey. It was easy, it was short, sweet and to the point. We didn't have to keep doing so much repetition and so much that was confusing. And whether he knows the words or not, he had to write them, and the same with Becca. It's just a process that we keep going through. So this worked best for us up until 5th grade. And now Bailey is in 6th grade this year, and we switched to Soaring with Spelling and Vocabulary. So I'm loving this here. Let me find a lesson he hadn't written in yet. Makes it a little easier to see. Okay, right here tells us this is lesson 10, day 1. Okay, words with the final L sound. So that's written in cursive so they can read it. Here's the definition of the words, and here's the words. There's 16 of them here. So they go over it every day. You read them, you spell them. So this is day 1. And what you do for day 1 is you flip it over, and then you give them a pretest. I like the pretest because it lets me know if he's understanding how to spell the words or if he knows how to already spell the words. So we do the pretest here, and then he writes the correct answers here. That's all you do for day 1. You can write the carryover words down here if you need to. If they miss some from their spelling test before or the last week, you can write those words here, and you can work on carrying them over just to make sure that they know how to spell them instead of memorizing them for a test. And then day 2 is something different. You fill in this here. And then you come down here and you write the definitions from day 1 of the word assembly. And then you write the definition down here. And that's all you do for day 2. And day 3, here you go. You are going to write each group of 3 lists in alphabetical order, pretty much. Write these in alphabetical order. I was trying to look through the camera and read the directions at the same time. So that's day 3. It's just 1 page. Day 4, here's a little activity. Then you get to day 5, and day 5 is the spelling test. So that is working for us this year. This is our first year using Soaring with Spelling and Vocabulary. I'm loving it so far. He's getting it, and there is no frustration. There's no tears. We had tears with Spelling Power. I'm just going to be honest with you. So I hope those flip throughs kind of help you see all these different spelling curriculums that are out there. I hope that was educational. I hope it helps you to understand. I know Spelling Power works well with so many people, but it did not work for us. So if you have a curriculum that does not work for you, and it's in the middle of the year, the end of the year, the beginning of the year, change it. We don't want tears. We don't want frustration, because your child's not going to learn anything. You're going to get frustrated. They're frustrated. You might as well hang it up. So I hope this video gives you some options. If you are struggling with Spelling with Power or any spelling curriculum, Just calm down, take a breath, and find a curriculum that works. As always, remember to be kind, be careful, be considerate, and have a great day. Bye.